shared this story ever. On my YouTube channel, for sure I haven't. So I quite literally just woke up. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. I'm not even trying to sound like the piano man. It just actually is 9 o'clock. I slept until 9. I think my alarm was set for 6. Yeah, I slept in just a little bit. Ruby, listen, when my alarm goes off, you're supposed to say something. Like, lady, get up, it's time to go. That's why I keep you around. So I don't have my kids this weekend. 'Tis why we are doing the entire reset today, because my list is this long. But when I don't have my kids, it does make it a little bit easier. So now I don't have as much time because 3 of those hours I spent snoozing. Let's get going. What's on today's agenda? In a typical monthly reset, this will include like all of the appointments I need to go to, deep cleaning the house, and then setting my intentions and reflecting on the previous month. That's everything we're gonna be doing today. I think I'm gonna start out with the appointments. I've already done the appointments, but we're gonna start the video off going to all of my appointments. So like my hair, I actually only have to do that every other month. My nails, pedicure, I usually just do a pedicure every other month too. So these are not things I do every single month, but I did handle all of those in the same day. So I'm gonna bring you along to those appointments, and then we are going to clean the living shish kebab out of this house. Okay, so these are some of the things on my list. Wash my bedding, clean my bathroom and tub. My tub is disgusting. Clean out the fridge, restock the fridge. I need to do some mopping, clean the carpets. That's what I have on here so far. So this is what we're gonna be tackling today, but I'm gonna get my steps in because I have to be consistent there. We gotta start there. We're on day, what day are we on? 459. So, can't mess up that streak. We gotta start getting some movement in, doing a little workout. Even though cleaning your house is a workout in it of itself, maybe I won't be doing weights today. I'll probably skip that. I'm just gonna get a little walk in. We'll go on a real walk later. Do you feel left out? Like, what the heck is this? This ain't a walk. Iced vanilla chai with sweet cream cold foam. Okay. I don't really feel like I need to do a voiceover. I think you guys could just have some fun watching me clean. I don't know. But oh man, this month literally kicked me in the butt. Literally chopped me in the throat. I don't even know, like, what other phrase could I use? It basically took me out. April took me out, okay? And if you would have seen my house, it was honestly too bad to even share. Maybe I should have, but it was ridiculous. I actually looked at my laundry app the other day and it had been 2 weeks since I had done laundry. Like, that shows you the state of mind that I've been in because I have 4 kids. So I basically waited till they were like, Mom, we're out of clothes. I'm like, okay, sorry. When things happen in life, and you guys, I guess I just am on here to tell you it's okay. And it's normal for you to have those moments in your life. And sometimes they can extend longer than you want them to. Sometimes they can stretch for weeks or months or even years where you're like, I just don't feel like myself. I've done that before. I have been in that place where I literally didn't feel like myself for literally years. And then you're just kind of existing. And I don't want to be that way. I don't want to get to that point again. And I can see when, I don't know, when something unexpected happens in your life, how slippery that slope is of letting yourself get to that point. So anyway, I pulled myself out. We're going to be fine. You know, I'm still dealing with some sad emotions, but I'm just getting back to what I know works. something I've also stayed consistent doing is it's basically what I've been doing for 4 years now. Just my checklist of I journal, I go on walks, I make myself move. There's a lot to that. And I'm so glad that I've been consistent with my Apple Watch, because I think if I hadn't been doing that, I would use every excuse to just not even get out of bed sometimes, But I'm like, I can't break that streak. I got like almost 500 days of this, I don't feel like I really have any inspiration as far as like, let me give you some advice with this. I don't feel like I have a clue what I'm doing, but the only thing I can say is no one but you can get you out of those situations. The hard thing is we can't really rely on motivation because it just doesn't last for very long. Like you might feel motivated for a day and then you might feel back into this depressing loop the next day. And so it's hard to find that strength when you feel like you don't have any. And I would say this because I rely very heavily on the Lord for this when I'm going through something. Sometimes I'm like, man, you put me through stuff, because oftentimes I'm like, I got this. I don't need, I don't need anybody. I don't need anybody. I don't need any help. Yes, I do. Oh my gosh. My prayers consistently are I just need strength. That's it. Just give me some strength. But I swear when you ask, you get it. I literally feel a physical change come over me when I ask for that. So maybe that's all I needed to share with you. Again, I don't know if you guys needed a voiceover for this. I'll probably stop rambling right now, but I do want you guys to stick around for the end, because I share a story that I had no intention of sharing this. And so it just kind of came out. I think there's probably somebody out there that needs this story of hope. If you're working towards something, if you have some goals in mind and it feels impossible, that story is for you. So stick around for that. I got this new vacuum, the Dyson Pencil Vac, and I literally got it because it's supposed to be like, you can't clog it. But guess who keeps clogging it? Me. These cute little fluffy cones prevent clogging. Yet somehow I keep managing to clog mine. I'm getting so freaking stressed out right now. When I turn this on, it's blocked. I don't know what to do. I've already watched 50 tutorials, nothing's helping me. I don't see a block. There's nothing. Here's what's so frustrating is like a man would just look at this and literally know the problem right away. I've been dealing with it for days, and I was like, well, today I'll figure it out because I gotta vacuum the whole house. No, I can't vacuum my house because it's clogged. We're gonna have to skip vacuuming today, straight to scrubbing my carpets. See, what the heck? My kids know this. The one thing that makes mom crash out more than anything is a clogged vacuum. That's why I bought this thing. And I still managed to clog it. Oh. Oh, that's cool. This toilet's clogged. Right on, baby. Oh my gosh, I love this for me. Did I get it? Oh yeah, I did. I unclogged that toilet. I'm literally done. Ruby Sue, come here, girlfriend. Don't go too far. So one of my favorite things to do at the beginning of the month is what I'm about to do right now. And that's when I pretty much just set my intentions for everything, all of my goals for the month. So I have like my year, what I want to accomplish. But then obviously, if you want to accomplish that in the year, what are you doing monthly to make your year goals achievable? So I like to focus 1 month at a time and then, yeah, kind of just reverse engineer whatever your year goal is. What do you got to be doing every month in order to make that happen for the year? So I also like to spend some time reflecting on the previous month. So how did I do in these categories? And it just helps me kind of just rethink as I'm setting the goal for this upcoming month, what were some of my distractions, or what were some things that I maybe didn't stick to and I know I could have done better. It's just good to reflect on the previous month. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I specifically like to look at like my spiritual, physical goals. Work is obviously a big one for me. And then my kids and slash family. I just do this in my journal. Whatever floats your boat, do whatever you want. But I keep it in my journal because I use my journal constantly, and it's easy for me to go back and look and say, okay, these were all of the goals I had set for the month of April. How did I do? I did not do so hot this month in pretty much every category, but that's okay, because I know when real things happen in life, or like unexpected changes or whatever, you're not going to be perfect. You're probably not even going to do that great when something happens in your life. But I also think this is why it's so important to do this, is because, now that I'm into a new month, it's just a good starting point for me, or a good reference point for me to be like, okay, I kind of let myself feel all the things I needed to feel last month. And not that I'm not going to feel things this month, but I don't know. Fresh pain is just a little bit harder to like manage. Anyway, yeah, we're going to crush May, because that's what I'm putting out there. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm speaking into existence. There's so much power in our words and our thoughts. And you know what? Actually, what's interesting is this last month, I have had multiple thoughts come to my mind about teaching my kids about The Secret. Now, I know some of you are going to think that that's weird, but when I was really young, the law of attraction, it's a law. I don't know. Some people think stuff like that's still very woo-woo, but to be honest, what we think about, we bring about. Like, there's evidence of this. Where your focus goes, energy flows. I could quote a million different phrases, but I've had this reoccurring thought that I needed to teach this to my kids, specifically my twinners who are 14. Just the power of their thoughts, their words, because your thoughts lead to actions, which leads to your life. So anyway, the other night I sat down and watched it with my kids, and they were just blown away. It was pretty funny because it's been, I want to say 20 years since I've seen it. Maybe, I don't even know how old it is. Maybe that's a shot in the dark. It might not even be 20 years old. I don't know. But I can remember when I watched that and the impact it had on me, and everything that followed in my life after that literally stemmed from me watching that and understanding how powerful our thoughts are, how powerful just focusing on what you want in life, not what you don't want. And what's interesting is, as we were sitting there watching this, I was like, I kind of feel like I needed to watch this again. Like, I needed to be reminded of this truth about our thoughts, because the last couple of years I have felt like I'm just not living up to my potential. And I keep being like, I know I can do this, but like, why does everything feel so hard? And that's like the story I keep telling myself, like, why is everything so hard? Why is it so hard to do this? Or why is it so hard to achieve this? And that's never been the way that I've operated. It's never been the way that I've thought. And I'm like, I think I know the reason that I might be experiencing difficult things is because it's kind of all I focus on. So it was good for me to be reminded of that. I've had way too many crazy, powerful experiences of the power of your mind. And I also fully believe this is just the way God created it, like He wants to co-create with us. And obviously whatever is in reason of His will for our life. But I've had a couple really crazy experiences. I wasn't planning on even talking about this actually, but since this is what's coming out, this is what I'm going to share. So here's one example of that, because it does take action on our part. I don't know if I've ever shared this story ever on my YouTube channel. For sure I haven't. This would have been 2013. I was pregnant with Milo, and I had just started in It Works. This was like a network marketing company, and they had just announced a $10,000 bonus. You had to like reach this level of volume, which is sales. It was March 31st that this deadline was due. And I remember looking, like, started out the month being like, I'm going to do that. I'm going to earn that $10,000 bonus. Because at the time I was like, if I did that, that would change our entire life. Like, this would change our life if I could earn this bonus. So I set out with this intention. I was going to do it. So how I was going to reach this $10,000 goal, at the beginning of the month, I knew that I needed 5,000 in orders. Okay. I had already accumulated so much, but that was like the leftover that I needed. And I had 31 days to do it. I was hustling that month. Like, I was, any thought, any idea, anything that came to me, I was like, I'm doing it. And I was very shy. I would never get on a camera and talk like this. Like, there's no way. There's no way. Especially a person, like one-on-one. Like, I was a very terrified, timid human at the time, okay? But any idea that came to me, I was like, I will do it, because I know it's going to take action on my part. So now think of this. I get to the 31st. In that time frame, I had done 3,000. So I wake up on the morning of the 31st and I needed 2,000 in sales that day, in one day. It took me 30 days to get 3,000. Is there any way that I'm gonna get 2,000 in one day? Like, there's no way, right? But I woke up that morning. I can quit right now. This doesn't make sense for me to keep trying because it took me 30 days to get 3,000 in sales and I have one day to pull out basically double that, right? And I had this thought when I woke up. I prayed and was like, if there's any inspiration you can give me, like, please tell me what to do. And this thought came to me, go to your mom's school. My mom was a principal at the time. And I'm like, that's weird, but I'm gonna go. So I packed up all my stuff. I had a bunch of the product was like these body wraps. I packed up whatever I had. I stuck it in my bag. I drove to my mom's school. I walked into her office and I go, I don't know why I'm here, but I prayed and I was told to come here. And then I told her the situation. She obviously knew what I was trying to do. So she's like, okay, well, how about I just ask, I'll go over the intercom and I'll see if anybody will do an impromptu party. And I'm like, this is so intimidating. I'm gonna have to talk in front of all these teachers and whatever. But I was like, okay, let's do it. So after the bell rang, my mom was like, anybody who wants to come in here? And of course, my mom's their boss. So that's probably partially why. So all these teachers come into her office and we just threw this little party. She helped me. And I kid you not, I made $2,004 in that one day. So I literally made it with $4 to spare, extra. And I got that $10,000 bonus. So this is what I'm trying to say. I do feel like God puts desires in our heart and then he won't do it unless he has a way for it to be accomplished. We never know the how of how it's going to unfold or how it's going to happen. And we are always trying to figure that out. I could have never expected that, okay, this is what's going to happen this month, because that would have freaked me out. All I knew was I said, okay, this is the intention. I feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing right now. I know this is going to bless my family. And then God made a way for it to happen. He inspired the thought, but I had to take the action. So I don't know if somebody needed to hear that story. Maybe there was, because again, I've never shared this on YouTube. It's just a reminder. I've had so many stories like that where something that seemed seemingly impossible became possible, but it really starts with your intention, your belief. That's a huge part. And then acting on any ideas that come your way. That is so important to do. And then trusting that whatever's meant to happen will. Hopefully this message will help somebody out there. I think it was a good reminder for myself because sometimes things just feel so impossible, there's just no way. Don't think like that. Don't live in that headspace because there's always a way. Huh.